Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite number 31-0995-01 mounting base assembly. And there's, nothing in this package except the hardware. And we have one removed here. And this video will serve as visual and dimensional evidence of the item. And then we'll show where it's used, what it's used in. They don't have this in their published parts diagram, but a quick email into tech support at Adams Rite, who is always 100% of the time responsive, tells us where this is used. So here's your mounting base. This is used in the 8300 and 8400 series exit devices, which are mortise exit devices. They use a mortise body. This would be what would be considered maybe the active head case portion. Your touch bar is going to sit inside of here. It's going to drive this lever, which is ultimately going to drive a tail piece that will allow you to retract your latch bolt when the touchpad is depressed. Some basic dimensional properties. Overall height, about 2 inch. I would say its overall width, about 1 7/8 inches, but the body itself is about 1 7/16. Total thickness, about 2 1/8. And again, just for the sake of taking dimensional properties. Obviously a black finish. I would say that this is die-cast zinc would be my guess. It's non-ferrous. It's fairly dense. It has a nice finish. Zinc is what this would be. Not much information other than to show you the installation instructions for one of the two devices that it is used in. So let's switch to the screen view where we can take a closer look at that now. Okay, so the item that we're looking at here will very likely be updated by the time you're seeing this video. The factory has told us this is used for their 8300 and 8400 series devices. Here are installation instructions for the 8400 series device, and they're linked to down below this video. And as you study this, you'll start to get the idea that this is our part here, obviously. And as we take a closer look, especially at page, looking at page 2, yeah, there we go, gives us more information. So this is the 31-0995 right here, the mounting base assembly, and that arm lever arm that I called it, they're calling it, it's called a crank, and that is what's going to drive the movement of the cam that will be shown here on the back of the lever of the mounting base assembly here. How you arrange that on the door is listed here depending on the hand, whether it's left-hand reverse or right-hand reverse. Okay, your front and back view. The tailpiece and the orientation of the crank have to be set correctly. So while there's nothing in the paperwork that tells us specifically what you're supposed to do with this, here's what you're supposed to do with this. It's really shown here. You orient it this way or according to the handing of your door, and that would be how you would continue to get useful service out of the otherwise significant investment in exit device hardware. Why someone might need this? It's the crank itself. We've actually had people ask about these in the past, and it's not available as a standalone product. So they do, unfortunately, make us buy the entire mounting base assembly. There's also listed down below a template for the typical device this is used in, just there for supporting documentation. And then also the product brochure for the 8300 and 8400 series devices, should you want to look at what the original documentation calls out for the entire device. 83, 8400 series is all linked to down below. Speaking of links down below, there's a link to the manufacturer's page here where we can pull up not only all of the Adams Rite products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the most current product catalog. There are parts manuals here, and they do a good job in terms of giving you information on those items that are published. Unfortunately, there has to be a tremendous amount of parts that are unpublished, or at least there's not a governing document for all of that material, which is unfortunate because, well, as we take a look at the parts manual, you can see how useful of a document this would be. being able to dissect all of the parts that you're needing to use or to purchase to source and continue to get that useful service is crucial. Maybe someday they'll have that. I sure hope that they do. It will be put to good use, that's to be sure. Okay, other encyclopedic information is on that page. Any other documents that pertain to supporting the Adams Rite line would be listed here as well. Let's wrap up this video on camera. In conclusion, the name Adams Rite is synonymous with certain types of hardware, and it would be namely, from my experience, aluminum storefront. Some people might say that that would be electric strikes. Absolutely, they have a full complement of mid-grade electric strikes. They're not going to have your Folger Adams, your Von Duprin caliber strikes. But Adams Rite is going to have, as a sister company, Folger Adams and Hess, H-E-S. So if you needed a more robust strike platform, you would move to a sister company of theirs. They offer their electric strikes, in my opinion, to support aluminum storefront hardware. Their catalog, however, is full of other very interesting pieces of equipment that I often lean on when I'm trying to solve an unusual problem. If I'm looking for an odd lock that I need to fit into a constrained space, I'll look in their catalog. They have sliding door hardware, and they have a variety of miscellaneous locking hardware like cylinder-operated flush bolts. Yeah, that's Adams Rite. They have those. So, if you have any questions on the Adams Rite 31-0995-01 a mounting base assembly for the 8300, 8400 series device, or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.